Hello, friends. Welcome to another day of Almost Daily Meditation. It's again missed today because things just kind of happen, and so it's hard sometimes to get everything to fit into the schedule. We had a great Palm Sunday. The musicians, Dr. Elswick, everybody just did such a great job with the Requiem this weekend and gifted us. And it was great to see so many people at church. And we have beautiful weather, just incredible weather on Sunday, and we're supposed to do a little rain tonight and tomorrow, but then it's going to be really beautiful the rest of the week, and that's just going to be great. I'm just looking forward to some sun and some warmth. Um, so we're kind of coming down to that last little bit of our Lenten journey. I found this old proverb. I just always kind of love this saying: one who's outside their door has the hardest part of the journey behind them. One who's outside their door has the hardest part of the journey behind them. How hard is it sometimes to start something, right? To get going, to start your day, to start the next thing, to do the thing that you can do, whatever that might be. Um, just getting out the door sometimes is that. And I think for many of you, I know that you started Lenten disciplines this year, and sometimes that's the hardest part, is just starting something, diving into those new spiritual disciplines, doing the things that you sort of get ready for. One of the things that clergy do, you might not know this, but in most dioceses during Holy Week there is something called the Chrism Mass. A chrism is a holy oil that's used at baptism, and it's always blessed by the bishop. And the tradition is that the clergy, deacons and priests and bishops if there's more than one, gather during the time of Holy Week and say prayers together. We renew our ordination vows, and also the bishop blesses the oil for us to use for baptism. You might not know, but that oil is reserved to be blessed by the bishop, as baptism is one of the symbols of the bishop, and it's a ministry that the priests and deacons share with the bishop. And so tomorrow, Deacon Fran, Mother Kelly, and I will head down to Wichita this year for the annual Chrism Mass, and we'll gather with all the clergy of the diocese. We'll have lunch and spend some time in reflection, and also renew our vows. I always find it to be a really powerful experience and a wonderful, just a wonderful way to frame Holy Week, as we recall the things that we're called to do within the body of Christ. I hope that your season of Lent has been meaningful to you, and I hope you can feel like you've been able to make some progress, whatever that means for you, or you've been able to go a little deeper, maybe find a new practice. And sometimes you find out that certain things don't work. Like I am not really good at contemplative prayer. Other people are really good at contemplative prayer. It doesn't fit my personality or the way my mind works. I'm better with a tactile form of prayer, like using prayer beads, or a walking prayer. It's not that I can't contemplate God, that's not what I mean. But sitting in silence for a certain amount of time just doesn't really jive for me. One season of Lent, I tried really hard to make it work for me, and it just didn't. There are other things in my life that I found the same way. That there's a kind of fasting that works really well for me, in terms of giving up something, or sometimes having days where I eat minimally, in order to sort of have that as a prayer focus. I can go through all kinds of different ways that I have found that. And part of Lent can give us, something that we maybe discovered was really fits who we are and fits our spirituality, or maybe it's something we tried and it's like, this isn't really for me. And so don't beat yourself up, just kind of move into it. But part of the thing is starting that step, right? The other great thing is you can do a Lenten discipline anytime. You can decide for the next 6 weeks, you've got 6 weeks of Easter, you're going to do something else. Or I know some of us like to do the gratitude walk during November. There's just all kinds of ways you can engage in the spiritual practices. The point is to get to the door and to walk through it, and to start that journey. So if you think about it, we'd love to hear from you in the comments about maybe what worked for you, what didn't work for you during Lent, maybe some things that you discovered about yourself or about God, and just maybe something you're going to work on down the road. Hope you have a great day, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow.
With what shall Shall I come before him with yearning cast? Will the Lord be pleased with thousands of vows, with 10,000 rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgressions, the fruit of my body for the sin of my soul? He has shown you, O man. He has shown